Hey there, dear friend. Dr. Joshua Valeta here with an exciting topic that could brighten your financial future. Salary increases. Who doesn't want that, right? Stick around as we dive into powerful strategies to help you negotiate a raise, including how I got 100% raise and more. But before we jump in, remember this. Always be a student as you work toward greatness. Never think, what can I learn from this? To master something, take a page from Martin Luther's wise father mentor, Johann von Stoppes, who said, we teach best what we need to learn most. So let go of that ego and transform. Just like we talked about it in our last episode, turn your ego into an eaglet. Check it out if you haven't. Today, let's unlock the secrets to negotiating like a pro. Welcome to the Secret Door to channel. Let's dive in. The art of negotiation is an incredible skill set that proves valuable in many contexts. From United States to India, South Africa to Europe, it's not just about salary. It's about your value in any interaction. To illustrate this point, we want to share a profound quote from a business development expert, Leslie Stoltz. There is very striking evidence that the people who expect more get more. Even scriptures remind us to ask and you shall receive, that your joy may be made full. That's John 16:24. You might believe it's impossible to start with a high salary, but effective negotiation can turn that belief upside down. Strong negotiation skills are essential, not solely for securing raises, but for enhancing relationships and achieving desired outcomes in life. Think about it. Actually, every day we engage in negotiations, whether consciously or subconsciously, from negotiating with your workload or for a budget and with your supervisor to navigating personal relationships. So how do you negotiate successfully? What negotiation styles and tactics can help you get the deal done? Should we employ tactics like brinkmanship or the bogey technique or the high ball, low ball strategies? It's vital to consider when and how to utilize techniques such as flinching or squatting to your advantage. Understanding these intricacies will equip you to become a more effective negotiator. What do you think about Donald Trump? Okay, let's pause here for a moment. This isn't just a theory for me. I have successfully implemented these negotiation strategies in my current role as a director in government. It's the art of effective negotiation that truly distinguishes an exceptional candidate. My background includes working with one of the largest international development organizations. When I joined, I came in as a local staff, yet my starting salary was one of the highest. I started at the bar with colleagues who were in similar position, and they would have to work for many years for them to get there. This wasn't mere luck. It was the result of strategic negotiation using a specific formula that I'll share with you shortly. And if you believe you deserve a raise, subscribe to my channel below. Don't miss my upcoming masterclass filled with strategies to help you achieve that great increase that you want. So how do you negotiate your salary to raise it to competitive levels? According to experience, 3 important things stand out. Here are the components. First, ensure that you tick 3 essential boxes that validate your worth. Second, conduct a thorough review of your value and determine what your minimum acceptable compensation package is. And third, approach negotiation with a mindset of achieving a win-win outcome. Let's explore these steps in greater detail. Step 1, the 3 essential boxes. A is passion for the job. First, consider if you genuinely enjoy the job. If you feel passionate and excited about your work, it radiates in your performance and impacts your contributions. Conversely, if you feel you are risking too much in taking on the role, take a moment to reassess. A check mark here is crucial, as job satisfaction often translates into higher performance. And the higher the risk, the higher the return. Remember? B, your value as an asset. Examine whether the organization recognizes you as among its most valuable human assets. This means reflecting on whether you have solid evidence to support this. Think performance appraisals, commendations from supervisors, and specific achievements during your tenure. All this links to a great plan to transform and enhance performance if hired. Have you collected a portfolio of your most relevant and impressive accomplishments that exemplify your contribution? This evidence serves as a proxy for your value. Achieving a second benchmark and a check mark here is essential because this sets the foundation for what your worth is. Now we come to see interpersonal relationships. Lastly, consider whether the organization likes you enough that they would sacrifice for you. This can often be seen in the body language and verbal cues during discussions or meetings. Your attitude can significantly impact how you are perceived and treated, because effective negotiation actually is 75% about attitude and only 25% about tactics. Others say actually it is even 90% and 10% respectively. Thus, ensuring you tick all these boxes sets the stage for the next step. Now, step 2, define your revised value. Now that you have checked the boxes, it's time to reassess your value. If you're currently earning, let's say, X dollars, consider how much you believe you're worth now. Is it 1.2x or 1.5x or even 2x? A raise of 2x means actually 100% increase, while 1.5x indicates a 50% increase and 1.2x a 20% increase. Now, next, look for the salary scale and its notches. Measure your perceived new value against the salary history and current scale. Is your desired raise reasonable or too far off? Prepare for the inevitable question from HR or your boss. Why do you think you need a raise of this amount? Many candidates struggle to answer this question because they want to appear humble, but knowing your worth is essential. It's perfectly okay and acceptable to indicate you are negotiable on the forms, but during the salary negotiations themselves, you should confidently state your expected value. As an interviewer myself, I often assess candidates based on their ability to articulate their worth. If you don't know your value, how can you expect an employer to recognize it? You might say, well, I actually deserve a raise because my contributions have, or in the case of a new job, will significantly boost the organization's productivity. This isn't ego. It's a legitimate expectation. When you contribute to an organization's success, they should be invested in your growth as well. A great human resource team actually recognizes this and often promotes employees or raise their salaries without prompting. But be cautious, of course. Sometimes these offers can be a trap to manage you. Now, let's say you find your new value aligns with the next salary notch. Break it down. Estimate the cost of living adjustment. Let's say if it's 20%, then you calculate your desired raise. If the difference is more than 4 times the cost of living, go for it there. Remember, you're negotiating for your value, not just a cost of living adjustment. Here's the tip. If you sense a cost of living adjustment is on the horizon, that's the perfect time to negotiate your salary. If things get tight during negotiations, consider a margin equivalent to the expected adjustment. This way, you can compromise without losing out in the long run. I follow a simple rule. I won't change jobs for less than my perceived value, or at least double my current income, including perks. Changing jobs carries risks, especially if you love your current role. This rule is for those who know their worth, not for those desperate for any kind of a job. See, you can also set a salary range, say from 1.7 to 2.1 times your current salary, or just slightly lower than the bar. Your expected range should start at the maximum of their offer. It implies that if their offer is equivalent to 1.5 to 1.8 of your previous salary, tell them that your expected range is 1.8 to 2.2 times. However, don't get caught up in comparing your new value too much with your previous salary. It's only a logical basis for estimates. Focus on your current worth. Remember, some people have jumped from earning $1,000 to $5,000. Life can throw mud at you, but there are opportunities to shine. Dust yourself off and confidently declare, this is who I am. Not with arrogance, but with a humble readiness to soar to great new heights. Yes, experience is valuable, but the ability to produce results is even more crucial. When I transitioned from the university to a project primed by a renowned U.S. university, they had to justify my salary to top executives with the university and then also the top executives at the funding body. Why? Because my past achievements demonstrated that I was the right fit for their needs. In fact, I suspect my salary actually was close to my boss's salary and significantly higher than my peers. I effectively showcased my value. During the interview process, throughout, I used strong negotiation skills. Now let's dive into step 3, launching the negotiation. Remember, salary isn't the only negotiable component. If you hear no, because some salaries are not negotiable, especially for entry-level jobs, consider negotiating other benefits like perks, retirement packages, or performance-based raises. These can significantly increase your overall compensation too. I learned this from Harvard. The professor there once taught me a very essential skill for securing dream salary raises, sometimes even up to 100% or more. In my previous job, the HR told me higher salaries weren't possible. I countered by showcasing my unique blend of experience and energy as a scientist, educator, resource mobilizer, innovator, and a leader. They realized I brought extraordinary value, and my starting salary was actually higher than that of colleagues at the same position but who had worked there for a long time. So how did I achieve all this? The key is to maintain control during negotiations. It's not about being aggressive or confrontational. No, instead use 2 effective tactics. First, set the terms high. This is known as the high bar technique. Present your achievements and attach them to a high salary figure. What if the employer encounters with or goes first in the negotiation with a low offer to gain control? Don't worry, you can flinch and nibble or use other tips for navigating that I will share with you in future episodes. Now, during interviews, refrain please from saying, I need this salary. Instead, highlight the value you bring and let the figure follow naturally. So you're not asking for sympathy. You deserve the compensation that reflects your worth. And this shifts the focus to what you can contribute, emphasizing that the organization needs your skills. Combine the high bar tactic with escorting or lowering your voice to assert power. This approach communicates your high value confidently and genuinely, potentially prompting even the HR to negotiate on your behalf. I've seen it. This strategy helps you stay close to your best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Partner, in short, maximizing your gains while ensuring a win-win for both sides. If they ask you to lower your request, take a moment to consider. Asking for 1 to 2 days to think shows that you value the decision. Use this time to consult mentors or trusted friends as recommended by OSU Career Services. In our upcoming masterclass, we will explore how to estimate your value, understand your partner, and set your negotiation targets effectively. What if your request exceeds the company's range? Well, we will tackle that too. So, plan well. Get out there and negotiate with confidence to win. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.